Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody. Always glad to be here. It's my favorite hour of the week, spent right here with my producer and you, our YouTube family. So nice to see you. And how's your week been, doll? Your week?
My week?
Yes.
You know, if you're going to ask me questions, you should have let me know ahead of time. I'm not ready to answer questions, especially about my week.
I know. I'm just being spontaneous.
Well, did you want to know about the week, the Monday that we froze our
battery?
Yeah, or froze. No. Where we froze all day because they decided to change the windows on the coldest night of the week. And then they came back the next day with trimming and so on and so on.
And one-man band.
Yeah.
Felt like it.
Anyhow, we got a lot of people here. Do you want to get started on the readings or do you want to keep chatting?
Well, I'd like to get started on the readings, but first, I'd like to make this important announcement, remind all of you about my tarot retreat. It's just 2 short weeks, less than 2 short weeks away, so you don't have much time to order your tickets. And that is a 1-night package, 1-night, 2-day, all-inclusive package that includes your meal, your accommodations, your workshops. There's going to be a pajama party and practical application. And so it starts on Saturday, March 5th at 8:30 a.m. Sorry about the early time, but we got to get started on that psychic development right away for the class. And it ends on Sunday afternoon, March 6th at 3:30 p.m. And we've got a lot of learning to do. It's an immersive experience, and it's lots and lots of fun. It's fun for anybody who's just starting out or for the person who's more experienced with the tarot that just wants a little practice and maybe have some fun. Okay, if you'd like to reserve a package, call the Queens Inn at 1-800-461-6450. That's 1-800-461-6450. Now I'm ready.
Now you're ready for readings? All right. Well, we got an email for Haunting Life Podcast wanting to know about a promotion.
Yes. And we know that our friend from Haunting Live has been working very hard, and he wants management. Good goal. Let's see how he's doing with that. He's really working. He's doing his best to impress. Let's see if that's helping him out. And we're just going to do a northeast southwest for you just to see how things are going in general. Whoops. Well, we're going to put that aside and look at that later. And I better hurry up before they're all over the table, shouldn't I? Okay, so north, east, south, and west. Okay, so you're getting a real guarded forecast here, my friend. At the north, you've got the 5 of Swords, but it's a 5 of Swords reversed. So I think it's telling you that you're not reading the room properly, and so it's a good time for you to just step back a half a step and just really take a good look at the situation. Like I said, I don't think you're assessing it very well. And when you come to the east, you've got this 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands, in this particular one, there is a little bit about being told what to do when you don't like what you're being told what to do. But the other aspect of the 2 of Wands is it does hold for promotion for the future. It says this is something to look ahead and increase your potentials for the future. So whatever advice you're getting, and it's something that you don't want to hear, listen anyway. Okay, so then when we look at the South and the Passion, it's you've got the 3 of Coins, but it's the 3 of Coins reversed. And so the 3 of Coins usually talks about accomplishments and plans and goals. And again, you're not reading the room right, so your plans and goals are not really consistent with management's plans and goals. But this is something you can this is something that you can correct just by listening, because it feels like you just need to make a little course correction. You don't have to make it into a whole big thing. Whatever advice they give you, just follow it in good nature and readjust your course however you need to. And then when you have when you've got the west, the water, and the way things are flowing, and you've got the 10 of wands, but it's the 10 of wands reversed, and the 10 of wands reversed talks about an easing of the workload a little bit. So I think that one thing they're going to look at you and how they're going to improve your position does revolve around trying to ease your workload a little bit. And I think that's more of a concern for you, and it really feels like it's physical. So some of the things that you've been carrying around right now, they're going to rearrange it. And I know that you've been having some problems with your feet. So I think they are, some of the changes that they make that you might not like is actually for your own good. Okay, so it's a lot better than you think. Just don't let your ego get in the way and you'll be fine.
Okay, well, while we move on to our next reading, look at it.
Oh, by the way, because these came flying out. Another good reason to suck it up and take whatever advice you're given is because they actually are looking at you for a promotion.
Woohoo!
But not right now. They just want to see some improvements. So listen to what they have to say.
All right. Well, folks, why don't you hit the old subscribe button there? And next we have Patricia, who wants to know about the outcome of a job interview.
Ooh, wow. So I'm going to give these a little bit of a shuffle here. Turn around there. Oops. Job interview for Patricia. Interesting. My Southern mother used to say, keep your words soft and sweet because you may have to eat them tomorrow. And this is true of the job interview. It looks like it's going to be one of those kind of interviews where I think they're looking to see if they can get you to be negative or give up the divulge information sort of thing. So there's sort of a little bit of a test there. So be careful what you say and don't give away anybody's secrets. Okay, so good luck with the job interview. It is a stress interview, so it must be a high security job. You should pass the job interview in flying colors. You get good recommendations. It looks like you put out the right aspects work wise. They just want to make sure that you don't have a big mouth.
All right. Well, there you are. We'll keep it low.
Yeah.
Keep it low.
Well, even after you get done working with a company, you kind of have an obligation, an unspoken obligation, or sometimes a spoken obligation to keep that company's confidentialities.
Well, nowadays NDA agreements for jobs is pretty commonplace.
Yeah.
Every company's got secrets.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, and he kept a secret too. Look, he surprised me with a scepter. What, isn't that a beautiful scepter? What a nice gift to give a queen.
That didn't come from me.
It didn't?
No, that came from Georgia.
I thought it was from you.
No, that came from Georgia.
Oh, okay. Well, folks from Georgia, thank you, my queenish sisters.
Yeah, folks from Georgia, where are you? I haven't seen you in ages.
I know, we miss you.
I know.
And I got a second scepter related gift. this is another scepter that I got from the folks in Georgia. And I got a bracelet that matches the scepter. And that's from my friend Lori. So thank you, Lori.
All right, then Cindy would like a general reading.
Hi, Cindy.
I hope everybody's staying warm.
Not too much winter left, folks. We got lots and lots of rain around the corner. If you own a home, get flood insurance. Whoops. Okay, so what does Cindy want to know?
A general reading.
Okay. Okay, Cindy, so we're going to, sometimes if I see something bad, I'm going to focus on the bad first so the good can cheer you up. And the bad has to do with the Ten of Swords. And I think this is a family drama situation. You know, basically when the Ten of Swords shows up, the drama, the harm, the hurt has already happened. It just says that you're still dealing with a hurtful situation. So and it does feel like it's within the family unit. So it feels like some of your relationships right now are a little strained and tenuous. So there may have been some dishonesty or misrepresentation of the facts here. So that seems to shape the decisions that you're making right now. And the universe seems to appreciate that. So, you know, keep in mind that you're still a little sore at a few people. So, you know, like my Southern mother said, keep your words short and sweet, right? But it does look like you are going to hear about some opportunities coming up. And that's what the Page of Wands brings in. And the Page of Wands says, okay, so what do you want to be when you grow up? And it looks like work-wise, there's a ladder opening up. There's opportunities opening up. You've been noticed in ways you didn't realize you've been noticed. The Hanged Man is saying, be patient. Be patient. Something good is coming your way. And I'm getting this idea of an 8 to a 12. So we're looking over the next 2 to 3 months. Look for there to be a few changes around your workplace. And in the midst of changes, you can always find an opportunity. Okay. So thank you for tuning in, Cindy. Remember, tell all your friends and share this video.
And next we have Mary Ann, who would love a general reading.
Miriam, I would love to give you a general reading. You know, we still have the producer's wheel of truth, and any of you at any time are free to ask for a spin of the producer's wheel of truth. Okay, so general reading for Mary Ann.
Still trying to decide on a new name for that.
I like the wheel of truth.
So far, the Queen has shot down everything.
Oh, well, what do you guys think it should be called? Okay, Miriam, I'm just really getting these cards all over the place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Go out and get a basket. All right. There, that feels right. We're seeing that 8 of coins a lot. This is and you know, that makes sense with a Tiger year, because Tiger year is a year of action. And the 8 of Wands talks about being productive and putting your best foot forward and your best work forward. And that's the first thing that is showing here. So this is a good time for you to kind of showcase your work. And also when you get this when you're kind of going into a period where the higher ups might be looking to fill new positions coming up. You know, you want your work to be the one admired most. This is a good time to not do somebody else's work. Do your own work and do a better job than everybody else. You've got the 4 of coins, but it's the 4 of coins reversed. And usually the 4 of coins talks about the miser and hanging on to your money. This talks about the money kind of freeing up a little bit. So look for, you know, some of the financial stressors around you to at least lighten up a little bit. And ahead of you, you've got the Queen of Coins. You've got all coins, and 2 out of 3 are pretty good. The 4 of coins I kind of look at like, that's not necessarily a good card, but it's not a bad card, but it's not necessarily a good card. But with so many positive coins, I would say that over the next 2 or 3 months, things are going to get a little bit better for you, money wise. Do your job and do it well.
And our next question comes from Sonia, who would also like a general reading.
All right, Sonia. And I'm going to give these guys a rest and pick up the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. I actually have the Gypsy cards that they actually belong to the producer. He got them in Europe. And I saw them and fell in love with them, and I've been using them ever since. Although I thoroughly acknowledge they're actually his.
Yeah, those you do, but not Bruce's cards.
They don't belong to either one of us. They belong to Bruce.
Well, he ain't coming back for them. He was a good medium and Chandler and all that, but come on.
Okay, so Sonia. General reading for Sonia. I'm just going to put that one aside. Oh, isn't that nice? You've got the Knight of Cups. So somebody's being sweet to you. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you've got a man in your life, but it looks like he's going to be a little sweeter, a little bit more attentive. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a positive in your life, and it's something you could use right now, because it feels like usually you're on top of things, but right now you feel like you're a little off your feet. You just don't feel like you're making progress and getting on top of things the way you want to. I'm pretty sure that has to do with things at work. And you also have Death Reverse, which Death Reverse talks about, it talks about a lack of change, and people holding on to old things and old ways. And, the way of the universe is that everything can and must change. Change is part of the cycle of the universe. So when you have an obstruction like this, it's sooner or later it's going to break free. So I know you feel like you're spinning your wheels right now, but you got somebody who supports you and loves you and will be a shoulder to cry on for a little bit. Oh, there we go. And even Reverse World's a good card. As a matter of fact, sometimes I think it's a better card, because when you get the world right side up, it means you've gotten everything you want. But then, it's like, well, what next? With the world reverse, it says you almost got everything you want, which is a good place to be, because it means you have something to try for too. So not in the winter or the spring are things going to break free around you. So you need to be patient that way. But I'm pretty sure that once the summer comes around, and I'm kind of getting the idea of fireworks. So I think the first fireworks is a May 2-4 weekend. So sometime after May, maybe, things are going to break free for you, and you're going to start achieving the things you want to achieve. So right now, put your best foot forward and be patient.
Hey, and that was our general reading for Sonia. Next, we have Starfall, who would like the same.
Well, hi, Starfall. And
the Wheel of Truth works best with a question that isn't a general reading.
Are we getting suggestions for new names for the Wheel of Truth?
Nope.
It's a good name. Okay, so general reading for Starfall. Okay, Starfall. Now, first off, all these cards are reversed, which tells me I get this feeling that you're not embracing everything that's good around you. I think that sometimes you're working against your own happiness here because you have the potential for a good relationship here, but for some reason you're not quite open to it. You're not, you look at this couple and they're meeting halfway. And I think you need to find that halfway point. Because if you're looking for things to be too much your way, then you're sapping the passion and the lust out of your relationship. And lust is a good thing. Love is even better, but lust is fun. So this and you have the magician reversed. So the potential is there for love. The potential is there for all the good things, for the intimacy, for the lust, for the passion, and the resources are there to manifest all of this. It's just that you just need to make that one step to the middle. So this would be a good time for you to compromise a little bit. You can make things go very nicely for yourself that way.
Okay, and that was our general reading for Starfall. Next, we have Alicia, who would also like a general reading. That seems to be the theme.
Okay, general reading for Alicia.
Hey, what are you guys doing for Family Day? For those of us not in Canada, for those of you not in Canada, tomorrow is Family Day, which is a holiday. So we have a long weekend this weekend.
Okay, so Alicia, and you look for a general reading, and it starts out with the Three of Wands. So this is a good time for you to kind of look out there and see what other opportunities are out there. This is a good time for you to expand your horizons. Okay. It also says that some of the ships you've set out are going to come back to you. So some of the some of the things that you have put out in the universe are going to come back to you. You know how they say, be careful what you wish for, you might just get it. You're going to get a couple wishes, so I hope you wish well. The Hanged Man reverse says that you, whatever it is you're waiting for, you won't have to wait too much longer. So, you go from a time of patience and waiting and wondering if things are going to come back your way to that point of realization. So things are coming through for you over the next month, Alicia. You'll be glad you waited for a few things. And then I keep touching this and not saying anything about it. This Knight of Cups feels like somebody coming into your life. And I don't know whether or not you have somebody in your life romantically, but this feels like you're getting romantic attention from somebody new. Doesn't say how it's going to go one way or another, but it does say that you are getting attention. There's a little bit of flirtation there. It's up to you to decide whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, you know what? That's a good question for the wheel. Let's see if it's a good thing or a bad thing. This wheel sure takes a long time to spin to tell us. Don't go there. Well, you hurt the wheel. It's saying no. Nay.
But that's okay. Sometimes sometimes we get flirted with a little bit and it just feeds our ego, and that's fine and dandy. Sometimes our ego needs a little bit of a boost. Ooh, I think I'm going to grab your cards here
For way.
for the next reading.
For the next reading? Oh, hang on. I got to find that. Reading the comments, not the questions.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is a gypsy deck. 36 cards of brutal honesty.
No, they're not that bad.
No, they're not that bad.
They're only bad when you like lay all of them out. And then you get out the ruler and the Sharpie and you start collecting dots and lines. And before you know it, you've summoned the devil. Next, we've got Penny Lane, who'd like a general reading.
Okay, Penny Lane, you'll get your general reading from me, not the producer. Well, there we go. North, east, south, and west. These don't get read upside down. They get read right side up. The print's small, so I need. Okay, so in the north, you have message, but it's Hermes, it's Mercury, it's the messengers of the god. So you have already gotten some messages about potential, because I see the coins and the envelopes and that. I think this is a message about potential job opportunities. This is a pretty hot job market. And when you hear about opportunities, you kind of have to strike while the fire's hot, because job markets, this sort of job market where it's jobs are easy to find, are few and far between. So if you've been restless, there's opportunities out there. It's time for you to look. And here, when you get the messages coming in for you, you have the lover. But the thing with the lover card is he seems to have two sides to him. And so it's saying that this is time for you to realize there's two sides to every story. And for those people who are close to you have been showing a different side. And a wise man once said, when people show you who they really are, believe them. And I think this is a good time for you to take that advice to heart. When I look at the South, at your passion, at the things that set you on fire, you've got misfortune, and I don't think that's 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 actually your passion, but it is kind of a warning to you about not being a gossip. Be careful, sometimes, especially when somebody's crossed us, it's easy to be happy that bad things have happened to them. But this card just kind of says, make sure that you don't become that kind of person, because there are some people around you that you don't necessarily like 100% that are going to face some misfortune. And I just feel like saying, don't sink into Schadenfreude. Okay, and then you've got the east, and the west, sorry. And the west is water, the things that are flowing in. And here you have loss. So I look at these two right here, and I think that what it is saying to me about you, this is a good time for you to consider new horizons, a new beginning, because it looks like you've got a lot of negative things happening around you. And it might be a good idea, instead of you working on having your side heard or anything like that, for you just to move on. Okay, so that was the advice from the Gypsy cards. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like and share.
Like and share, correct? Yep. Hey, you know what? It's 9:30. Let's get out those crystal cards.
And yes, and this way, everybody gets a little bit of a reading, even if you don't ask a question.
Yeah. Now, folks, you got to pick one of three cards. You pick your number ahead of time, and Sally will pull three cards. And card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and that's your week ahead.
And here we go.
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, we can't go with Wheel of Fortune because that's a copyrighted trademark thing.
Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So, which card did you pick? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? If you pick card number 1, your crystal therapy card for this week is the Psychic Shield of Protection. And so this week, you have to make sure that you're kind of in the right zone. I just get this feeling that's saying, don't take things personally, but keep your walls up. Don't leave yourself vulnerable. You are going to have to be a little protective of yourself and of your work, of your knowledge. Be protective of yourself this week. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your crystal this week is celestite. And celestite is such a lovely blue stone. I love my celestite. And it says connection, and I can see that. Celestite it's a blue stone, so it's associated with the throat chakra. So, of course, it does say about communication this week. This is a good week to be communicative. This is a good week for you to catch up on your emails, catch up on your phone calls. It's also a good week for you to catch up on your meditation and prayers. Because with celestite, there's also this idea of connection with higher self and spirit. Okay, so good week for you.
And card number 3?
Card number 3 indeed. If that was your card, then your crystal this week is cleanse. And so this is a good week for you to do some spring cleaning. Clean out your drawers, clean out your closet. There's actually an old spell, if you will, where if you want to change things, you think about what changes you want to make, and you go and clean out a closet with the purpose of making those changes. And it's all about your intent. And there's something, there can be something very magical about cleaning a closet, cleaning out a drawer, or cleaning out a shelf, and getting rid of unnecessary stuff. You know, when you make an area in your life for something, the universe will fill it.
Well, that was Pick a Card. I hope you guys all like that. 1 of 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Next we have, Patricia says she's been seeing triple eights. Better that than 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock,
Yeah,
12 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
You know, 8 is a number of evolution. You know, so it does talk about molding and adapting, as evolution is. Also, 8 is a favorable money number in Asia. You know, a lot of the Chinese will specifically choose a business or a house that has the number 8, which when you add up all the numbers.
That'd be numerology.
Yes.
And depending on who you talk to, there is master numbers or there isn't. And they can be all over the place.
Yes, they can.
So much for that science. Okay, who's next? Olive wants to know what to look forward to in March.
Spring.
Waiting for a job offer.
All right. So let's see. Job offer for Olive. Ooh. Okay, so you are waiting on a job offer. You were one of 3 being considered right here. This is the now. So this is this week coming up. But when I look at this, it says that you were one of 3 considered, and as of now, you are going to hear that you got the job. So they've already decided on you. So you're going to hear within a 2, and I think that's more 2 days than 2 weeks, but you are going to hear about that before the second week of March. I'm just going to say that to be safe, because when I look at the number 4, I think that whatever this job is, you're actually going to be starting it in April. You may have a training period or something, but the job actually starts in April. And the last but not least, and it's kind of a warning here, is the bear. So once you're in the job, be cautious about those around you. There's somebody who's really good at being an obstructor and really good at undermining their coworkers. So other than that, it looks like it could be a really good fit for you. You know, every place has its problem workers. So yeah, you got the job. Good on you.
Well, there you are, Olive.
That was pretty easy.
Happy working. Suzanne would like to hear from her aunt, which died about a year ago.
Okay.
And if she can't get any messages from her aunt, she's also interested in what's going on in March.
Okay. So,
One more week. One more week.
mm-hmm. So let's see if I can. Okay, so I'm assuming that your aunt may have been a little bit protective. Is getting like a bit of a strange message. It's like be careful of your toes, of your feet. So I think maybe she's telling you to wear your boots, but she's telling you to be careful about your feet. Which, like I said, is a strange message, but it's what I got, Suzanne. All right, so a little bit of a general reading for Suzanne. Okay, so when I look at what's behind you, like when I look at you now, you've got a message coming your way, and it feels like something good. Like all these cards are good. It says that you're going to get a message, you're going to get some good news, and you've got some support around you. And it also looks like when you reach April, so, some very important knowledge is going to come your way. It's just like by the time April rolls around, your eyes are going to be open. And I know that you noticed I didn't focus in on these two things, which are part of the past. And these two cards kind of go together. You've got somebody who's been a bit of a serpent. You've got somebody who's gotten under your skin. And you've got somebody who's really done some damage. You know, it's when somebody gets under your skin, it's easy for them to egg you to a point where you do something self-destructive. And I think this person has managed to do exactly that. But when I look going forward, whatever it is that she uses to get to you, and it, like, okay, whatever she uses to get to you, whatever her ways to annoy you is, somehow that nerve is going to be unplugged, if you will. It looks like there's going to be a little bit of an obstruction in her usual way of getting to you. And you've got support around you. So your major annoyance is kind of going to be not a non-issue going forward. So that's good news. You got good news going your way, and you've got good times, good friends in the spring.
Ooh, geez, sorry for yawning, folks. It's getting a little late up here.
He didn't have his nap.
I had 2 naps.
Did you?
Yeah, I had 2 naps. I was up late, Olympics. Like a 14-hour time difference. You got to be up till 4 in the morning to find out whether you want a hockey game or not.
Oh, yeah.
Who we got a next question from? Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Grace would like a general reading.
I would love to give you a general reading.
But just for this week.
Just for this week?
Just for this week.
Okay, so this week for Grace, and we're using the Lingerman, the Maybe Lingerman by Ryan Edwards. You can get this deck on Amazon, and it's quite reasonably priced. Okay, so 3 cards for Grace. And these are always read right side up. Okay, Grace, the week coming up is saying don't beat yourself up, but do know that the people that you have, you know who you can and can't trust, and whoever has done you wrong, if you will, whoever's worked against you, whoever's gossiped about you, whoever's lied about you, whoever's in any way been an enemy to you, don't trust them this week. If anybody's ever given you a reason not to trust them, do not trust them this week. But do not beat yourself up either. Stand alone, and that is the key. And this week, you are the key. So this week, go forward, do your job really well. If there's an opportunity coming up, go for it. But be all about you. This is a week for you to be selfish.
All right, Grace. Well, you know what you're doing this week? Playing with your toes. No? Not selfish enough? But you could be playing somebody else's toes.
No.
All right, let me see if I can find one more question. No. Oh, hello, Desmond.
Hi, Desmond.
Desmond would like a general reading.
Would love to give you a general reading. I'm actually going to I'm going to stick with the Lenormand.
Patricia, have you ever thought about working for yourself?
Yeah, things are going for Desmond. Oh, we've seen that fox before. Okay, so when I'm looking to your past, it looks like you've moved forward in life. It looks like you've improved your living situation, your working situation over the past year. It feels like you've made a lot of personal progress. And when I look at this being you, the prime guy, moving forward, proud of what you've done so far, and it looks like you've found the key to your happiness. So you have plans and dreams and goals. And the cards are saying, go for it, go for it, go for it. Keep your eye on the prize. It says you've got love coming in, you've got love around you. You really don't have to do too much about it. It will find you. But then you've got this warning about the fox. And same thing that I'll tell you that I told Grace, because it feels the exact same. Anybody who has lied to you in the past will lie to you again. And so just be careful about the people who are jealous of you or disapprove of the direction you've taken in life. Just if somebody gives you a reason not to trust them, don't trust them. But overall, Desmond, whatever goal you have, whatever prize you've got your eyes on, keep your head up and keep going toward that prize no matter what anybody says. You've got the right idea. You've got the key.
Okay, who was that for?
Desmond.
Desmond, okay.
Isn't that a great name?
Yes, it certainly is. Okay, hello. Oh, hello. New Love would like to know what's coming. Her. Let me try that again. New Love wants to know what's going on.
Okay, New Love.
Desmond wants to know about finances.
Well, no, we just did Desmond.
Yeah, but I got no more questions here.
Oh, okay. Because basically, I'll see what the Pamela Coleman Smith cards have to say. But first, New Love. And that was general reading for New Love?
Yeah.
All right, so let's try.
What good things are coming?
Okay, so let's try Northeast, Southwest.
So if you get the tower, the reading's over.
But she didn't get the tower.
That's only the first of four.
Yeah, I know, but it's the north, so it's the grounding, it's the tone, it's the flavor, it's what phase of life you're in right now, and you're in the Three of Cups, which is kind of like a celebration. So you've just gone through some sort of a a major life milestone. It feels like maybe a relationship, it feels like you're one step closer to a serious committed relationship. Okay, so then we look at the east. So this is the messages coming in, what news is coming your way. And you've got the the card of the past, but the past reversed. So there's this idea that this is one where sometimes when we get stressed out, we focus in on the losses of the past, the things that's gone wrong in the past. And it really feels really like that stressing when it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't sleep because you remembered something that you probably should have said when you were in third grade kind of thing. And it's this stressing about things that have gone wrong in the past. They're going to chink away at your happiness. So be very careful not to do that. Find some sort of a self-hypnosis thing to break yourself free of doing that. Maybe a favorite song that whenever you start regretting the past, start humming it just to kind of get you off that idea of agonizing about things you can't do anything about. So let's look at the passion at the south around you. What's your fire? What motivates you? And you've got this 8 of swords, which is kind of weird, but it's also kind of a tisk 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 because with the 8 of swords, this woman, she looks like she's stuck, but quite honestly, she's not stuck even a little bit. Her blindfold's up a little bit. Her feet are unbound. She can put one foot in front of the other and get out of the situation she's in, and so can you. And you know it. All you need is to have the courage to put one's foot in front of the other and do it. And I think that goes right back around about fear of the past. You can't, but do not let fear hold you back. And then let's go to the west, which is water, and let's see how things flow for you. And you've got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is one of the most confident queens. She's the one that has a handle on everything. So I feel like what this reading is telling you is that you are at the time of life when you should be celebrating yourself and your own accomplishments. And you should be tooting your own horn, and you should be confident about the direction you're taking, even if it does feel a little scary. Don't tell yourself you need more time. You don't. Don't be afraid of any time you've ever fallen on your face before, because you won't. Whatever it is you want to do, go for it, go for it, go for it, 1,000%. No fear, no regrets.
Okay, well, look at that. There's a guy named Oliver that's come up with some good names for the Wheel of Producer. Wheel of Tortured Answers, Wheel of Nonsense, and Wheel of Diminished Returns.
What do you guys think? After all, I'm the one that poo-poos them all. So I don't have a voice in this. You got to help the producer name the producer's Wheel of Truth.
Okay, well, we have a special request. Your mystery celebrity this week is Celine Dion, who's been having health problems.
Yes, she has. She certainly has. Well, to all of your health. And let's take a look at the classic, the lovely Canadian's chantress, Celine Dion.
Alexis, I'm going to put a pin in that.
That's one. Okay.
You don't even know what was going on here, and I get a 1.
I know I haven't done that to you in a while, so Celine Dion. Yeah. Okay, so she's kind of been focusing in on everything else. Her life has seemed like a whirlwind. So she hasn't really sat down and dealt with some of her loss issues. But she's still dealing with that. And she was always a thin person, but she's been losing weight little by little by little by little ever since her husband died. And she just has not really dealt with the sorrow. Instead, she's just keeping herself on the go, keeping herself on the go. So I can see why everybody's worried about her health. Yeah, everybody's kind of mourning for her, feeling sorry for her loss, but she's doing this. I'm going to keep my chin up, and I'm going to immerse myself in work. In a funny way, she's doing herself a favor, career wise, because career wise she's getting out there and what have you. So she's creating opportunities for her career wise. And she is making more money. Boy, it's all kind of positive things when you get past this last little bit. Um, yeah. Yeah. So everybody says you should take time off and take care of your health and everything. She comes back with, no, I got to do what I got to do because that's my healing is getting out there. Um, and she takes into consideration all the people she has working for her because she thinks of the home and the life and the dynasty, if you will, that they've built. So she's keeping going not just for herself but for those around her. Again, I'm still worried that in all of this and all of this activity, she's not dealing with her mourning. So it kind of worries me. Yeah. Yeah, didn't she just say? Didn't she start dating somebody? Because this one right here, and this is in hopes and the area of hopes and dreams. You've got the Eight of Cups reversed, but this Eight of Cups has a couple in the middle, and it feels like it's almost like she's going to go ahead and get into a relationship and just forge forward without dealing with this, which is why she's having all these health problems. Okay, so there we go. So by summer, she's going to end up either in the hospital or somehow sick because when I see that Eight of Swords, it's sort of like whatever it takes to get her to that point where where she's dealing with her sorrow and the loss that she had, that she's just kind of put on a shelf and put in a little box and denies. She hasn't dealt with it. She's going to have to deal with it. So her health will put her to the point where she has to stop and deal with what's going on with her emotionally. She has a good support system around her, and her kids are absolutely awesome. They are her heroes and they are her protectors, and they will take care of her. They are taking care of her, and they are trying to advise her the best they can. Okay, so that is Celine Dion.
Okay, let's see who's next. Oh yeah, Desmond still wants to know about
Oh, yeah,
finances.
Desmond and finances. And I am happy to look at that for you, Desmond. I think I'll give you a northeast southwest on that. Okay, so finances, you've got the eight of coins here. So when we look at the now, it says that you have been working really hard on that. So you have plans in place. You've put some of your money in a place where it's working for you. The messages that are coming in, you've got the Six of Swords, so you've had a bit of a setback. So it's not a complete loss, but still something that you have to go through, and you have to, carry yourself through this particular time and try and do it without touching what you've already worked to build. When we look at the passion, the fire, you've got the Seven of Swords reversed. So when I look at this, it's kind of like you've gotten bad news, and right now you're just hoping that the bad news stops. It's like, I've had enough. I've had enough. All right, so the next 6 or 7 weeks might be a little tough for you, but just get through it however you can, because once things start to right themselves, and it's giving me a time period of 8 weeks here. So 6 weeks, you feel like you're slugging forward and not really making a lot of progress, but trust me, you are. You're just not going to feel it for the first 6 or 7 weeks. And by the time you get that 7 weeks, you're really just, I've had enough. And then you get to 8 weeks and things start to turn around. And you have an 8 here. So you are headed in a good direction, but it's just going to be a bit of a longer journey than you expected, Desmond. And I think that you definitely have time on your mind, because this is the kind of reading that definitely gives you timing right off the hop. 6, 7, 8. Okay. So thank you for tuning in, Desmond, and thank you for asking questions, and have a great week.
Okay, Marcy, did I miss anybody? Nope.
If anybody is interested,
Jess might want a reading. Let's do a quick one for Jess. We've got some time.
Okay. And if anybody would like to see me in person, give the spa near the tracks a call, 519-27...
Not helping you this week.
273-1293.
And the number is 519-272-1293.
That's a 2.
That's a 2.
Yeah.
Exactly. 272, not 273. It is a 2.
It is a 2. 519-272-1293 to schedule a reading with your Queen of Booga Booga, Sally Diane.
And if you can't make it down here, send her an email at queenofboogabooga@gmail.com. When there's also a website, it will be perpetually under construction, like every website out there. And you get there by typing in sallydiane.com. So, Jessica, general reading.
Jessica, it's lovely to see you. General reading for Jessica. And we've got the 5 of Swords reversed. That's kind of interesting. You've been dealing with people's bad behavior, but I think you've kind of been putting down your no more of this crap kind of. I think you've put down your foot there, because the 5 of Swords can be a bit of an unpleasant card. But when it's turned upside down, you're getting on the top of the unpleasantness. Okay. The Queen of Cups. And that, Miss Jessica, is you. And as always, you're well respected in your field. And look for some offers come your way. There may be offers that include some travel. And I'm wondering, because I'm just getting book. Are you collaborating with somebody on a book, or maybe writing your own book? And then where you're headed, the Tower. And I think that this is related to this. And I do know that you have, because the cards reassure you that you personally, Jess, are doing all right. You've built up your life. You've built up the sport around you. That's what the Queen of Cups is all about. And you are the Queen of Cups in this situation. But here you look at, and you've got nasty competition, unpleasantness, and just all pointless. all pointless. And I know that you have some, you have some people around you that might be indulging in self-destructive behaviors, because when I look forward, you've got the falling tower. But I think this is a situation with somebody close to you that you've been trying to stop. And the falling tower is telling me that whoever is headed for a fall, whoever's headed toward the cliff, no matter how much you yell at them, don't, there's a cliff ahead, you're going to fall off, is going to go over the cliff. There's just, you can only help people so much. And so know that you're all right, and don't carry guilt because somebody self-destructs.
All righty then. Look at that nice little animated subscribe button. Take a hint and hit it. Good night, everybody. That was another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live.
It's always our favorite hour of the week. We hope all of you will share, like, subscribe, tell all your friends about us, and tune in week after week. Don't forget about my tarot retreat coming the first weekend in March. It's going to be a lot of fun, very reasonably priced for an all-inclusive package.
Woohoo! And next week we'll premiere The Wheel of Misogyny. Good night, everybody.
Give them some better names, folks.